Welcome back to Mastering Beatmaking with the SP-404 Mark II. In this video, I'm going to be covering recording and editing samples. So as far as recording goes, you can connect to the machine via the quarter-inch plugs in the back, the USB-C cable in the back, or directly with a quarter-inch input on the front. I'm not going to be doing that right now, but in order to do that, say you had a signal coming from a record player or something like that connected to the input of your quarter-inch input on the back, you'd hit external source, and what I like to do is adjust the count in. So I say count in wait. And essentially that tells the SP-404 to wait until it hears a signal, and then it will start recording at that point. You can arm the recording, hit record, you'll hear the metronome in the background, and then you can choose which pad you want to record into. So we'll say A1. You can adjust your BPM at the top by adjusting the first control knob here. So you'll hear the BPM increase or decrease. So let's say 85. And then you have the second setting here, which is the length of the recording that you want to record. So if I go all the way to the end here, it'll be 00, which means it'll just record indefinitely. There's no specific endpoint, but you can adjust that to record 4 bars. You can record 8, 16, 32. So usually I record 4 bars, and once the signal comes in, it'll start recording, and it will record for 4 bars and automatically stop recording, which is very helpful. I am not going to be doing it today. Today I'm going to be importing via SD card. So to load a sample, I'm going to go into Shift Pad 14, and that will bring up the options here for import export. I want to select the first option, which is import. I want to go to sample, and this is the folder structure on my SD card currently. So I have drums and samples. So I want to go on to drums, hit enter by pressing the knob, go down to breaks, hit enter, and I want to select a drum break. So as soon as I start scrolling, it's going to give me a preview of the audio in my headphones, or if you're using monitors, through your monitors. Okay, so say I like that break and I want to load it onto a pad. Right now we're in bank A, so I want to select the pad I want that sound to go to. So I'll go A1, and then I will press enter to load that onto that pad. And it just takes a second, and we're done. So if you hit exit to go back one step, and then exit once again to go back to kind of the regular workflow mode, we're back there. Now I can do whatever I want to that sample. So I can edit it, I can pitch it up, pitch it down, add effects, resample it. There's so much you can do. So we have our drum break there, and I want to shorten that and make it half the size. If I select the pad, it'll kind of focus on that pad. We can hit start end, and now we see the waveform of that drum break. So if I hit the pad and let go, because I have gate on, it will stop playing. If I turn gate off, it'll just play. It will play the whole sound. So I kind of prefer to leave gate on when I'm editing audio. With the start and end, the way you edit the start point is kind of using the control knobs at the top. So I can use this one to kind of scroll along, and you can see the start point move along there. I don't want to edit the start point, but I do want to edit the end point. So that is the third knob here. You can see it kind of does the same thing, but in reverse. If I listen to the break, and I want to focus on the point where it loops. So let's see if we can find that. Okay, so if we want to zoom in, you can also use this knob here, the enter knob. And you can kind of zoom in more and more. The more you turn to the right, the closer it zooms in. Another helpful feature is using the roll to kind of get a preview of the last part just before the end point. So I think that might be the end point here. Here, there's also a middle knob that sets the loop point. So I want to make sure the loop point is at the beginning of the loop as well. So you can see that kind of L marker in the middle, kind of going between the start and end point. So I want the L to start right at the beginning so I can see if the drum break will loop properly. Also, if you hit resample, it will zero cross snap, just kind of flashed quickly. But that will choose a point in the sound where the audio is at 0, so it kind of tries to prevent pops and clicks, which is really helpful. So now I can preview the end point of that loop and see if it loops correctly this time. So yes, that does loop correctly now. So now if I want to go into the menu, I hit the enter knob once, and then I have a new set of options. So I want to truncate that now that I've made the selection of where I want it to loop. Hit that, and it will shorten that to the size that I want. So there we go. Now we have 4 bars. We can turn the gate off and just have it loop if I want to do that. So I can hit BPM sync. So right now I think it is detecting that this is around 86 BPM. So if we wanted to slow that down, we could go shift, tap tempo, bank A, let's go 86, and I'll hit the BPM sync, and that should sound exactly the same. Now if I want to slow that down, I can go shift, pad 11, and slow that way down, and I can actually play that as I slow it down. So I want to use the enter knob again to slow that down. Speed it up as well. And if I turn it all the way up and then take off the BPM sync, you'll hear it snap back to its original BPM. So regular tempo, BPM sync tempo. And that is super convenient if you're trying to layer a bunch of sounds and have them all align properly and loop at the correct time and just work. Additional ways that we can edit this sound is adjusting the pitch and speed. So if I play it and hit pitch and speed, I can pitch it up and pitch it down here. Pitch it down. So right now I think it's in vinyl mode. So vinyl variation, yes. So basically that means that when I adjust the pitch, it's also going to adjust the speed, and I think vice versa. So if I adjust the speed, yeah. So yeah, if I adjust the speed, it's going to adjust the pitch as well. One thing I love about the SP-404 Mark II is that I can detach the pitch and speed from affecting each other, which is extremely helpful. So if I hit shift and I turn the enter knob to no, or no backing, no ensemble, now I can affect the pitch without the speed changing and affect the speed without pitch changing. So that obviously gives you unbelievable control over how you can affect the speed and pitch of each individual sample, which is very helpful when you're trying to create a beat in a very specific way, or you have an idea in your head and things are not working, it's too fast, too slow. You can really get in there and affect the pitch and speed and make that loop work, especially if you do chops and you want to have a certain swing or something like that. Very, very helpful. So that basically covers the recording and editing of samples. You just kind of take that and run with it as far as editing drum breaks, editing samples, whatever you throw at it. You can basically do whatever you want. So in the next video, I'm going to be covering chopping and manipulating samples. Kind of a similar idea, but maybe we'll make a beat just so I can show you how it works all together. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.